softball player.
Najee,
The number one player in the country almost.
yeah, I saw her at Market Street.
She's big, huh?
Yeah, she's gorgeous. Though.
Yeah, of course.
But we were talking about Tex. But if Williams comes back, McWilliams or whatever comes back, they're saying Tech's going to be the number one overall coming out of basketball.
That's what they're. I saw that as soon as the fucking championship ended, they were saying they could be like top 5.
Yeah, but I was telling my twin over here that he's at some kind of combine in Chicago that kind of tells you where you're at draft pick wise, and he has not had a good showing at all. So they're saying right now he's probably going to go early, mid, second round, and you're not guaranteed money at all in the second round. So he's likely coming back, but BYU wants him. And
hey, move that mic up. Hold on. Before you do that, hold this and then move it up. There you go.
If you're gonna,
there you go. You're good right there. And now tighten it right here.
If you're gonna pay a softball player
$1 million,
I'd give that full. I mean, I don't know how you got 3 billionaires working for you, so.
Tech has a lot of money.
Tech's always had a lot of money before Campbell, but it's all been whenever I die, you get the money. I mean, there was a basketball player that played or coached here in the 90s with Tony Battie and all that team, and he was bad at Sutton was his name or something, but they didn't want him as when we made the Sweet 16 and got beat by Allen Iverson.
So when they went,
yeah, that was his coach. And all of the fundraisers and the friends of the program got together and they gave him like $500,000 not to go anywhere. And so there's people think Tech's a bunch of hillbillies and we're fools and we're stupid and we're rednecks and all we do is party, but
which is true, but there's more to that.
There is more money in West Texas than there is in any other part of the state.
There might be more money in West Texas than probably 75% of the world.
Yeah, oil, cotton, I mean, agriculture.
It's a hub for a reason.
I mean, but just because you don't walk around and you don't see it, it's not flashy like Dallas and Austin. It's what my grandmother used to call old money. I mean, you don't flash it around and nobody gives a fuck. So
this is kind of what I was. This is Russell, by the way, people. This is what I was kind of talking about earlier, like the culture of like Lubbock now. It's like, why are you being flashy and shit? Like, just shut the fuck up and work. Like, do what you need to do. You know what I mean? I'm kind of getting like, I'm coming in hot already at the beginning. Like, I'm just like, just if you're a comedian, just be funny. If you're a musician, just fucking play your music. You know, whatever. Yeah. Quit with the funny business. Funny business is getting annoying.
Well, Lubbock,
you ask me,
Lubbock has always been controlled by old school conservative. We don't want this to be a city. We want this to be a community. And they've thrown away a lot of great.
Yeah, but these things like this are changing that.
I agree. But when McDougal lost the race and had to bow out, he had a lot of plans to revitalize downtown. He wanted to turn the depot into like a 6th Street. And he had a lot of great plans to turn this into something more than just Buddy Holly's hometown. But for whatever reason, he wasn't able to hold on to his mayoralship and lost a lot. And now they're having this big argument about the event center. I don't know if y'all have heard about that.
I don't know, man. Maybe you should listen to the podcast we did with the mayor. I don't know.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just trying to.
He
might have some answers in there.
Yeah, he might have talked about it.
Yeah.
So we're very familiar.
I was just showing that I'll do this.
Yeah, I hope I hope they do it where he was talking about it. Like, what is it? What's it called? The place that they're trying to do it at. The Civic Center. Yeah. That'd be sick.
I've seen more concerts in that place that were ruined just because it's not. That place was built for tractor pulls and pancake festivals.
I love the pancake festival.
It was not. I mean, I remember every concert was just like this.
You saw concerts there?
I saw Bon Jovi there. I saw Whitesnake. Everybody that came through Kiss. I mean, the acoustics were so bad that whenever they would come out from the speaker, they would just bounce right back because that thing was built in 1933. There were just so many horrible shows that were awesome, but the sound quality in there was just terrible. But like I said, tractor pulls and pancake festivals.
Pancake festival rules.
That is the best.
So what? How you've been going to concerts since the 80s?
Man, I've been going to since I was in 5th grade.
Now, when you were going, was there ever an emphasis on like actual production? Until when did that happen, or has it always been?
So,
Because I feel like it's now, like you're saying, now places take, well, maybe just because things have been old and then they, whatever. But did bands take that shit seriously back in the day, or were they just playing? Because I've also heard back in the day, they weren't really worried about making all kinds of money because it was record sales that were made.
well, see, that's the only way bands make money is off merchandise. They don't make money off or touring because their record sales. If you don't have the rights to the record, you don't make money.
Okay, like band shirts and shit.
Aerosmith, they didn't get screwed by their manager in the beginning because they signed the contract and the contract was legal. The contract that they signed, they were just so loaded and out of their mind that he basically got the rights to every single thing that they wrote for the first 4 or 5 albums. And so they lived on the road for years and years and years and years because and they had an interview with the guy and he's like, do I feel guilty about taking that money? No, absolutely not. They signed it. They had a lawyer sitting right there.
What can you do?
But what can you do? But I don't think
Just fucking snakes.
you would see. But I was so just you didn't see a lot of concerts, and they were few and far between. White Snake and Skid Row came when I was in 5th grade, and my mom always said if I had a responsible adult with me, I could go see any concert I wanted. So my cousin always went. We saw Bon Jovi on the New Jersey tour, Kiss. I mean, but it was so few and far between because. Lubbock wasn't
Just because it was Lubbock.
Lubbock wasn't a big.
I got you.
Whoever was in charge at the time of bringing in that type of music either dropped the ball
The
or
radio
just
station?
too conservative. And well, that one radio station. I mean, I don't know that.
I don't know. I wasn't pointing fingers. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no. I mean, we had Alan Jackson.
Fuck it. Let's just call everybody out this podcast.
Alan Jackson came 6 times to Lubbock, it seemed like. I mean, my Lord. I mean, Clint Black came and a lot of country.
I guess you're right, though. The culture of the town kind of dictates that shit, too, right?
And a lot of that changed with Mike Leach.
Swing your sword, buddy.
And the Pirate.
I need to get that tattooed on me.
He really did change the landscape of this country, of this city, because
That
before
video makes me cry, by the way.
he brought it. Well, he is responsible for his own firing too. I mean, he's not. They didn't fire him just because, I mean, you can't tell your boss to go fuck himself and expect to keep your job.
Rumor has it Trump was at this game.
Him
Him and Leach were friends.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, I remember seeing him. But rumor has it Trump was at that game too.
Oh,
I guess I don't know. Fact check me. Comments. Leach and Trump were friends.
so I was in that end zone when that happened.
I was in the 5th row on the other side
Yeah.
Oh damn! I was at my house.
when I was 11 years old.
See, I mean, I grew up. I mean, Spike Dykes was.
Yeah, I was 11.
The Spike was the coach that I've been watching. I've been in the Jones since 1984. My parents had season tickets, and I've always managed to find my way into the Jones.
How much were season tickets in '84?
Probably about $200 or $300. And they had 50-yard line. They were at the top of the. They used to have these bars on the top of the wall, so people couldn't sit and stand on the wall. They had these spikes, and I'd always just spike myself. And, they would throw off those red plastic balls, and your whole season rested on whether or not you beat Texas or you beat A&M. Mm-hmm. And if you were lucky enough to win one of I had the craziest experience there. When Arkansas was still in the conference, they were beating the dog shit out of us. I mean, they were just hammering us. And I was in there with my mom and just loving being in Tech football. It was a night game and it had been raining. Arkansas was just.
Was this when we were in the Southeast Conference?
Southwest Conference,
Southwest,
yeah. And this biker dude was sitting in front of us. He looked like the stereotypical big, fat, bearded guy. He looked like he was from Arkansas. And he had this really beautiful woman sitting next to him, and she was in a maroon patent leather jacket and a very short mini skirt.
Bring that back.
And he turned around and he goes, "Hey, boy, you want to see how much I love them hogs?" And I'm like 10 or 11. And I was just like, yes, sir. And he goes, "Show 'em, Betty Lou." And she stands up and she hikes up her skirt, and she had on these fishnet panties. You could see her ass crack, and on it said, "Sweet pig." And he just started doing that, "Sweet." And I'm just sitting there. I'd never seen anything like that. My mom was like, "Fucking pigs."
That's when his perv started.
I'm sick of this left-coded degeneracy. Let's bring this shit back. Fuck, this rules. Can I tell you my story like that?
Yeah.
My grandpa has season tickets to the Cardinals Phoenix.
Yeah.
And I was maybe 2011. They were playing the Packers. Rodgers was still the quarterback. And these two drunk couple were in front of us, and he just rips her pants down, and I got to see all kinds of ass and nice. I was like probably the same age as you. I was like, whoa.
I want to go to Arkansas,
That
Mom.
shit rules, man. That shit, it's innocent, man. That shit rules. Bring that shit back, bro.
See, but that's why I loved Leach. You know, I loved being the Philadelphia Eagles of football. I mean, because I love the fact that we throw tortillas. I love the fact that we boo the band or the football team when they come in. You know, I like being assholes. I don't want to be all, hey, no.
I like a hostile environment. It's fun.
See
It's
little
fun.
kids flipping off everybody.
It's so fun. That was me back in the day.
I mean, that's exactly. I mean, that was me. I mean, I got kicked out for sitting in the grass throwing ice at the Aggie band. You know, I mean, that was just, that's what you did. I mean, you know, fuck them. They're Aggies. They deserved it, but my parents back then, they were sitting in their seats, and we had the general admission, and we just ran wild and all over that place. But I enjoyed the fact that this was an intimidating place to play.
It should be.
It
fucking
was.
should be.
And the fans were hostile. I mean, you start tailgating on Thursday, and by the time Wednesday comes around, and you know, I miss that. And
You got your days mixed up on that. What'd you say?
you start back then. You would start tailgating on Thursday and just
All the way till Wednesday?
all the way till Saturday.
Oh, you said
Yeah,
Wednesday.
he said.
I was confused.
I'm
Like a whole
dyslexic,
week?
so-
A whole week? Damn.
Like,
But
go
yeah.
back in time.
But no, you'd have cirrhosis by the time the kickoff came in. I remember the one year my best friend was from Nebraska, and we came in to go see and Nebraska had, you know, prison raped us numerous times, and this is the time that we
Chill,
beat
bro.
them.
We're going to get demonetized.
We beat them. This is the one we beat them like 71-3, just throttled them.
Oh, shit.
But I remember standing in Raider Alley and just sitting there, and all of a sudden you hear, "Huh, huh, huh," and this big, huge Winnebago with a Nebraska flag on the top of it, and a train of just RVs just came through like the Rolling Stones or something, and it was kind of intimidating. It was like, holy shit, it's going to be like that.
That shit rules. This is why sports rules, people. Liberals.
Yeah, and I mean, I was intimidated, and when I was just like, here it goes again, and my buddy was just like, oh, and I bet like $5. We had a styrofoam cooler, and it was full. I mean, and we just throttled him, and he was like in the fetal position. He's like, can you please get me out of here? Cass Bachman, I love you. Sorry about that to this day.
It was bad back
And
then.
Wow, bro.
but I think it's coming back. I mean, I don't think it'll ever be quite that physical. I think that the transfer portal is a good thing and a bad thing. But supposedly, for who you ask, Tech's got the #1 transfer portal class coming
they
in.
say.
And Cody Campbell, I love you. If I ever have a child,
That's so crazy how we're slept on we are, because, like, you know, you're saying #1 draft, like, portal for football, baseball. We had a bad year this year, but, you know, the last 10 years we've been very good with Tadlock. Basketball, you know, we're in the Sweet 16, whatever. Softball, we're good. The track, I think, just won a national championship. Like, meat judging, no homo, we won the national championship. Golf,
There was
cheerleading.
What was his name? He was third at the Masters.
He was in the Masters.
I mean, and he was killing it.
I take pride, like, you know, like when I like hear about people doing well, like on a national, like I'm like, okay, I think about it first. Is he American?
Yeah.
Take pride in that. And then it's like, is he Texan? Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And then for like me and you, was like, is he Mexican? I really like that. And then also it's like, did he go to Tech? If he went to Tech, oh man, that shit just rules.
How do you think I felt
Or is he from Lubbock? That too. Like, it's like, damn, bro.
when that guinea we had at Tech for a little while? I forget his name.
Yeah.
But
I know what you're talking about.
I met him before
Guinea.
before a football game, and I said some things in Italian that my grandma talked to me. He's like, "What?" He goes, "What the fuck are you saying?" And I was like, "Yeah, all right, man. I'll see you later."
Yeah, like, you don't know.
Did I
what the
tell you when
fuck.
I was in Florence, I saw some at the vintage shop. I saw some tech gear,
We're everywhere.
and then I saw a new home hat.
So you didn't tell me that, but we were in New York for Thanksgiving a couple years ago. No less than 9 people in Central Park or whatever. Hey, Focal Red Route, got my master's there in '87. My wife's kids because people on the airplane because I was walking around with my tech jacket on because it was cold, and I mean people left and right.
Yeah, my stepdad told me in Rome he met a girl and she was like, "My boyfriend, I think he's on the basketball team." She's like, "My boyfriend, he goes to tech." Just randomly met her wherever they were.
Damn,
and like,
man.
yeah,
Little ass fucking Lubbock.
We're worldwide. I would
it rules.
You know, I mean, but I don't know.
I need to get a double T tattooed on me.
The thing about Lubbock though is it is isolated, and you can't go home for the holiday. I mean, if you live in Dallas, it's close or whatever, but. You know, you kind of. I think you have to be tough to be a Red Raider. It's easy to be a Longhorn.
Thank you.
It's easy to be an Aggie.
Totally agree.
I mean, because I'm a Longhorn. What year did you graduate? My dad was a janitor there. But I think to say that I'm a Red Raider, to put up with the bullshit.
I think you have to be tough to be from Lubbock.
You do. I mean, we are a tough breed. We are weird. We are.
See, because people think like New York, blah, 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 whatever. No, like. For real.
Yeah.
Come here. You try it. You know?
Lubbock sucks.
Yeah. It's like, look at what we've produced, though, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
The number one rock star ever.
we changed the world, but Buddy Holly.
Literally.
So I had the fortunate to go through physical therapy with his older brother, Larry. And
I would have loved to have him on this.
rest in peace. And he told me some of the greatest stories about Buddy. And what Buddy wanted to do, had Buddy lived, he wanted to build, because he was a better music producer.
This would have been Nashville, huh?
Yeah, he was a better producer than he was a singer-songwriter. He wanted to put a music studio in Lubbock, Nashville, Lubbock, Los Angeles. And if you think about all the talent that's come out of Lubbock, him, Joe Ely, Waylon Jennings, I mean, Roy Orbison's not from Lubbock, but he's from West Texas. I mean, there's been a lot of regional talent that has come out of here, and it never really gets the publicity but had he survived, who knows?
It really is just weird how much Buddy Holly influenced everything.
Yeah.
You know, his band was like the Crickets, which influenced the name the Beatles.
Oh, shit.
Like the fucking number one rock band ever, the Beatles. Shit like that. You're like, what the fuck?
But if we're gonna compliment Lubbock, we also got to. Lubbock didn't want to have anything to do with Buddy Holly until 1974.
Lubbock doesn't want to have anything to do with us
because he was playing jungle music. He was married to a Puerto Rican.
Ew.
And like they didn't want to have anything to do with him. I mean, they didn't care about him. I mean,
does Lubbock want to have anything to do with us? I'm not saying we're on that level, but. They don't have nothing to do with us.
But I kind of like that.
I do too. I love it.
Yeah, I like being
Let's stick
an
it to
outlaw.
I like just. Thank you. Can we talk about this?
Yeah.
This outlaw shit.
I think
I love it, and people pretend like they are.
I've been a vanilla all my life, but I've always wanted. I wanted to go to that wrestling college that we have here. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to be a professional wrestler because of my leg, but I think it would be cool to go to that wrestling school and learn how to become like a heel manager. And just be like a Bobby the Brain Heenan and classy Freddie Blassie and the guy Jim the Anvil. I just think
you talking about that Pro 101?
Yeah. I think that would be awesome.
Shout out to Axel Savage.
Yeah. I mean, just to be in that, because I can pull out that asshole real
totally
quick.
could. You could be that.
Pull off that character, but I've been a good guy all my life. I've done, what I'm supposed to do, but I enjoy, fucking off for a little bit and breaking away from the norm.
I just feel like people now think that they're outlaws, but they're just part of the establishment.
Yeah.
They're just like, I need my HR team to make sure I'm good and I'm not saying any bad words and I'm not hurting anybody. No, you're not an outlaw. Shut the fuck up. No, you're not.
I don't want to say something that might offend me in my QR
that's
rating.
That's not outlaw shit. And they think that it is. No, you're not.
I mean, and the same with P. Diddy. Everybody loved him, and they had things with Oprah, and everybody sucking him off, and him going to his white party, and nobody said shit about it. And they knew what Bill Cosby was doing. I mean, they knew, but nobody wanted to say shit about it until somebody had the balls.
This is not what I'm talking about when I say outlaw shit. We don't do shit like that.
No, I know what you're saying, but I mean,
we're not degenerates like that.
But if you're gonna go off of like Sturgill Simpson, I mean, just go out there and do your own thing and don't care about.
Yeah, that's really what I mean. Like, just do your own thing. Like, you're kind of like a good dude, but you're gonna fuck around and just do whatever. Yeah, you're not gonna hurt. You're not hurting anybody, but you're like saying and doing shit that like people don't like. Fuck it.
Yeah, but
that's what I mean.
What everybody wants to say, but doesn't have the balls.
But you're not worried about saying the wrong word.
Yeah,
gay and shit, whatever.
John Daly. I mean that that's one of the biggest ones, and carried a 12-pack of Budweiser around with him, would smoke a carton of cigarettes, and he's like had all the talent in the world. Just thumped Tiger Woods every chance he got.
That's so crazy hearing those stories. Like he just party and then go beat him. And
then he's like, Tiger's like, I'm gonna go hit 1,000 golf balls. What are y'all gonna do? You're gonna go to Hooters and eat a box of wings and pick up a waitress. And then he would go out there and shoot 17 under par.
You know who John Daly is?
I don't know who any of the motherfuckers are y'all talking about.
He's this big,
other than Buddy Holly.
He's this big, huge white dude that was like in the 80s and 90s. Just had no business being the world's greatest golfer, and he would be what you would call white trash. I mean, he would call himself that, but the dude just had this raw, natural talent that he just was phenomenal. But he didn't practice, he didn't care. He would get drunk as fuck on the golf course, like
legitimately compete with and beat Tiger Woods. And never
practice.
And Tiger Woods is like, we go to bed 4 a.m. to go practice.
And Tiger couldn't beat him. But, I mean, he ended up, losing it all because, his demons got a hold of him. But
it's just, you can't do that forever.
Yeah.
What's crazy about that guy is I heard him on an interview with Kid Rock. He was like, man, I can't drink water.
Yeah.
And the craziest thing is I used to have a homie who was like legit alcoholic. And he was like, I can never drink water. It'll kill me. I heard that. I was like, damn, man, this is true shit, I guess.
Well, drink Coors Light. That's like
rest in peace, Tyrone, you mother. Yeah, same for him, but he died because of this shit. So that's what happens, it catches up to you quick.
You live fast, die young. Is it better to burn out or fade away?
I used to think that, but I'm trying to live a long time. Fuck that shit. I don't know.
I don't know. I would like to... But I don't want to go out there and do it just for the sake of doing it. I want to earn that reputation, and if you try to go out there and do it, you're fake.
Yeah,
you're a fraud, and it comes out because I don't know.
Another thing I'm seeing is fraud.
Perpetrator.
Just be you.
Be you.
If you're lame in a square, just be lame in a square, man.
Sell it.
Nothing wrong with that.
And own it. Patent it. I'm the first lame. I don't know.
I would not think of you as lame.
Well, no. I'm just saying in general, like the people out there that they want to try to create that for marketing reasons, or
I got you.
I want to be the bad boy at bowling.
Like a Nate Bargatze.
Nah, you could, to me, man. When I first met you, you come off as like a fucking ex frat boy motherfucker slash. What's his name? Rodney Dangerfield, motherfucker.
Well, thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
We were talking about frats before we came out the air.
You definitely are like you got frat boy energy. Yeah, I love it. That's what I love about you.
But I'm just me. I don't know. I wear rock and roll T-shirts. I listen to it. I don't know. That's just the clothes I wore. The clothes that were bought for me, and I love tech, and a lot of my stuff is tech paraphernalia. And
just had 3 girls in the bed randomly,
Yeah, well, not randomly.
Were you crushing pussy back then?
Well, I've been in the game for a long time.
Man, dude, I bet it was fun.
A long time. It was fucking 40-something, right?
I'm 49.
Yeah, come on, bro.
I bet it was so fun back then.
Yeah. It was.
It's just different now.
It's different now.
People, Me Too and all that. Whatever, you need consent, but that's not what I mean by that.
Yeah, no.
But it's like people are scared to talk to each other. Everybody's on their phone and shit. Because I'm single now, and I'm like trying to go out there and do shit. It's like let's just talk, man. Let's not take nothing serious.
I'm not somebody that could get on a dating app because you have to fill out those personality profiles. I'm somebody that I can. If I'm at a bar, I'm better off.
It's way better.
Yeah.
The dating app should. To me, that we'll get into Catholicism, by the way. Yeah. To me, that's a sin.
Yeah.
But going to the bar and picking up a woman, it's like that's how it's supposed to be almost.
So my friend that I'm hanging out with, this guy hit her up on Face Trouble, but
I'll cut that part out.
Okay, he sent her a friendship, and she's like, all right, cool, and I love her to death. It's been one of the best friendships that I've ever had. I don't have a lot of female best friends. I mean, having a female best friend it's totally a different ballgame than having one of your boys. But this guy sent her sent her a friend request, and they hit it off, and she was looking through, and then the reality of what he really actually looked like wasn't what he. And she was like, "Oh
shit!" He catfished her.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And then but she was telling me about it. And I was like, "That's a red flag. Y'all are gonna do what?" And they were gonna go do something in public, and I was having plans to go buy a ticket to that movie and sit in the back row and just get ready to. But it didn't work out, but I do. You do need to have her on her because she's got some stories. I mean, you want to talk about an outlaw
exactly.
She has. I mean, her life. We've had some pretty in-depth.
For some reason, when I was talking to her, and I almost feel bad about what I'm about to say, I barely started talking to her. Like, should get her on. I was like, "Have you had a good life?" I legitimately just asked that out of nowhere. I don't know why I asked that, and she told me like all this shit. I was like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to ask that."
But she's one of those people that she was with somebody when I met her. And I met her through a friend of comedy that comes and does our open mic. And for me, I dug her right away. And she's got a lot of the qualities that I look for. I mean, tattoos, and she doesn't care. I mean, she lives by her raw. But, we've had some in-depth, heart-to-heart conversations, and her story is just kind of like.
I want her to tell it.
Oh, my Lord.
I want her to tell it.
Yeah, but no, she's told me, she goes, he asked me to be on the show, and I was like, I'll put in a good word. But that woman, how she's still alive and kicking, I mean, for what happened to her.
Yeah, I was pretty drunk when she was telling me this, and I felt very bad.
And
I am not equipped to hear this right now.
Oh, she is sweet as can be. She is sweet as can be, and literally will give you the shirt off her back. But I couldn't have survived a tenth of what she's gone through, and I've torn off body parts. I mean, and how she survived, and literally what she's done, and to rebound, and now where she's at. I mean, whew.
Great story.
I don't even know who she is. Sounds interesting.
It's gonna be
so my friend sometimes you leave early during the show.
A lot, having to.
But she'll be there tomorrow, hopefully. Oh no, I doubt she'll be there tomorrow. But she was there last Thursday. She's covered in tats and
leather pants,
and she works at Rock Paper Shears. And,
that's right. She gave me her card.
And I'm a natural 7, and she cut my hair, and I tell you, I'm a 9.5 right now. But
is that so?
Go.
Yeah, she's awesome. I spent a lot of time with her lately, and I've actually you don't get to know too many. It's hard to get to know women without wanting to, obviously. But we've gone out, we've hung out, and
it's pretty nice having.
She's badass.
Like you're saying, having a girlfriend.
Yeah.
A girl that's a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing the domesticated stuff. I mean, I'm going to Costco. You want to go? Yeah. I push.
You got a chicken bake?
I push the cart for her, and just.
You ever had a chicken bake?
Mm-hmm.
Those rule. You have one?
I don't even know what that is.
But
you always make me feel bad when I ask you questions.
Why? I don't know. Do
you go to Costco?
Shake and bake like the chicken?
Do you go to Costco?
Nah.
All right. Well, never mind.
Oh,
it's a long piece of bread with chicken in it.
Oh, okay.
Your dino chicken ass might not like it,
but we just started trying to go to HEB, but that motherfucker's expensive.
Well, Costco is like wholesale, so you might as well go there.
Well, I'm just saying, if it's as expensive,
especially when you have like 20 kids,
it's as expensive as HEB. Fuck that.
Speaking of being, HEB,
everything's expensive.
HEB came in the night like a thief. We're not trying to compete with United. United is a wonderful business, and United. This is United territory.
I've been trying to do investigative journalism into this because something happened, and somebody had mentioned it to me that like overnight, like you're saying overnight, like Toot and Totem, HEB, Circle K, all just came in at once. There was like a deal made. No, there was like a legit deal made, and I'm trying to get behind this. I'm not a journalist or anything like that, but I've heard there was like a backdoor deal because it makes people money, a certain group of people money.
I got kicked out of HEB or out of Buc-ee's in Denton for talking shit about Buc-ee's.
Well, you might as well just leave then.
Well,
Just go ahead and get out of here.
I go there
talking
for,
shit about Buc-ee's.
I go there for beef jerky and I go there for the fudge. And they always say our bathrooms are so clean you can eat in there. And I don't know why the hell you'd want to eat in a bathroom, but they've got.
I'm not going to stand for this. What are you talking about?
So I was pretty loaded when
exactly.
when I was leaving because I wasn't driving.
The truth comes
You
out.
stupid
And
fuck. What the fuck are you talking about?
And I was talking to the checkout lady, and I was like, "Man, this Denton one is pretty badass. Lubbock needs a Buc-ee's. Lubbock isn't good enough for a Buc-ee's." And she just started talking shit about. I was like, "Lubbock isn't good enough for a Buc-ee's."
That's what the mayor said.
I was like, I'm in Denton, Texas. I mean, Denton, Texas is Lubbock in the Metroplex. What are you talking? And I just started defending Lubbock. Lubbock isn't good. I mean, look at it. Well, shut your gray tooth up. I mean, I just started getting real indignant.
Nah, the bathroom's pretty clean.
She was, and it is clean, and I ate my beef jerky in there. But I mean, she pissed me off, and
Okay, I take back what I said.
That is one thing I like about our town, bro. Is almost everybody here has fucking Lubbock pride.
You have to be from here to understand it, right?
Don't you fucking talk shit about my town.
You have to be here to understand it. People don't get it, man. People don't get it.
A friend of mine's brother is in the gang enforcement, and he was talking about, the gangs in Lubbock, are twice as hard as the ones in Dallas and Austin because they get that moniker, "Oh, you pendejos are from Lubbock, y'all ain't shit." So they've got to be.
Why do they have to be pendejos?
Well, because that's what the band.
There's no white gang members?
Well, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No, I know. But
realistically, historically speaking, there wasn't when I was a kid.
Well, the
bikers,
the Boy Scouts, the Hells Angels or whatever. But he was like, they have to be twice as hard because they're from Lubbock, and Lubbock has.
This is my whole point. You have to be twice as hard in everything you do.
Yeah,
that's why I tell people, dog. He would know this. Whenever in the '90s, we were like second to Los Angeles in murders.
Yep.
But it was all gang violence.
Right. Number one in teenage pregnancy.
Yep, number one, and I contributed to that.
I'm telling you.
Shut up.
What do you mean we don't do anything here in Lubbock? But we had 2 Dillards, for crying out loud.
It's almost like that with like everything, like, even with like tech.
Yeah.
So you gotta like double down on everything you fucking do.
But we're in the middle of nowhere. I mean, and
this place rules. I don't know what anybody's saying. This place rules.
It does rule. We were dry for the longest time, but I never had problems getting beer. I kind of miss this strip.
I miss the bootleggers.
Yeah.
Because of the strip, all the bootleggers and shit.
That area around Tech now, when it was the Tech ghetto.
Speaking of that, the dude of somebody that didn't drink water, he died. Rest in peace, Tyrone. I took him to a bootlegger once. I didn't even know that shit. Like, it was on a Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, it was on the east side, but yeah, I was like,
it's heavy.
I was like, whoa, this is crazy. He had to get his liquor on a Sunday. So they still exist. Yeah. So I'm just saying.
Shit. Hey. On my block, on my grandma's block, I grew up, man, we had the bootlegger at the end that was doing the beer. Of course, we had the drugs on the other side. Then we had the candy lady. Everybody's just entrepreneurs,
just
bro.
Go all around.
Nobody believes me, but I had a black grandma. She lived on Zenith. And I had to take her home. And when I took her home, it was no big deal. But when I was leaving, it was just kind of like, what you doing here, white boy? Excuse me, sir. But yeah, I mean.
You had a black, what do you mean? What happened?
So, well, obviously it was a biological. My grandfather was killed in 1977, and my grandma was a homemaker. I mean, she just, lost it. I mean, he was killed in a violent accident, and my uncle and my mom, hired her to come help take, just do stuff. And
she became family.
She raised all of me and my cousins, and Mary Lou James. Her son, okay, so y'all know who Craig James is, the guy that tried to ruin Tech?
Put him in the shed.
Yeah. So he was a badass at SMU. Her son, that was his spot. He had that scholarship to SMU for the Ponies. He was a badass football player, Kenneth James. But his dad, Earl Woods Demon, told him he was, better than he was, and, lost his scholarship and blah, blah, blah. And Kevin James took that spot, but he was going to play for the Pony Express. He was a badass at Estacado, but she had, she was a bad mofo. She was a bad woman, and
She's still alive?
No, she passed away.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Mary Lou James. She took me to her church and going to a black church.
So she was just like legit grandma.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
that rules.
We were her white babies, and going to church with her, going to a black church is nothing like going to a white church. Everybody's all, I mean, they're that old rugged. I mean, they're dressed to the nines, and they love Jesus. And
I talked about this with showing up. I want to go to one.
I saw
hours, bro. Hours.
That's what she said. Is like be prepared to go there forever.
And I kid you not, it's the first time I saw someone make change in the offering plate. I'd never seen that before. But I mean, they were just. I mean, I've never been that close to Jesus in my life, and I've died 3 times. I mean, they just. When you see black churches in a movie, I mean, that shit is real.
Is that how it is?
That's how it is, and it's a beautiful thing, and. They feel it and they love it. And
that rules.
Yeah. I mean, if you get a chance to go, it's not like Six Flags. If you get a chance to go ride, the snake.
You just go.
You just go. And her church ended up, I found out after the fact, was the sister church of Lake Ridge United Methodist that I grew up in and went to every now and then. But
you're not Catholic?
So we were Catholic. Yes, my grandma was Catholic. And is
this the whole Protestant Catholic thing you told me about?
Yeah. And so, but I mean, I think that it's still in your blood. I mean, you carry that guilt throughout.
I got so fired up about this American Pope. I'm going back to church. I've been to church 2 weeks in a row.
I cried when they announced. I mean, it was.
Bro, me too, bro.
So I was watching the Pat McAfee.
How much did that rule?
I was watching the Pat McAfee show, and they were talking about the transfer portal, and he was like, "Wait a minute, we're getting. Is that confirmed?"
Leo the 14th.
And he goes, "We have white smoke. We have white smoke coming out of the Vatican." And I turned it on, and I sat there, and it was like 20 minutes before he came out, and I was putting a message on all my boards, texting there, America's got a pope, because that shit usually lasts weeks before they announce. And I was talking trash. And I told my boys, I guarantee you they're going to have it tomorrow. And sure enough, on the second day, and then I started watching it, and the tension kept building, and they're like, this, that, and all of this. And then they announced it that he was American before the guy came out, and they're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it! He's an American!" And
you don't understand, bro. How much it ruled.
And when he came out, I mean, it's like
nobody knew it was going to be American. By the way.
And he's already living the Pope rock and roll lifestyle. I mean, he's signing baseballs, but he's going out and doing these things that the normal Pope wouldn't do.
He's a White Sox fan.
He's a White Sox fan, and the Cubs tried.
Everybody thought he was a Cubs, but it's a White Sox fan.
And his brother, they were talking.
Is that Northside?
Yeah,
it's a Northsider.
Yeah, but they had pictures of him at the World Series.
I've been trying to talk to somebody about this. How fucking cool is it that he's American, man?
But they were afraid they're like the.
God damn, bro. The motherfucker's been to Walmart.
All the big heads said they will never give America the Pope because they don't want them to take over Catholicism. I mean, and
it's not like we have a first lady that's a Catholic. Our vice president's Catholic. 6 of the 9 Supreme Court justices are Catholic. I don't know. You tell me, bro.
Kennedy. People were afraid.
First Catholic president, right?
Yeah, they were afraid because he's going to take orders from the Pope. I mean, that was a real thing. I mean,
no, you got to separate those two.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that shit either.
But I mean,
how my fucking rules.
So my mom, my grandma, my grandpa moved the family from New York to Texas in 1953, and my mom. It's like, they weren't burning crosses in our front yard.
We weren't allowed here for a long time.
There were people that were not allowed to come over.
Cut this
part. I know this is off subject, but it's on subject. I wish that part of history would be taught more to students rather than just the white versus black thing. Talk about how Irish weren't allowed, Italians weren't allowed, Catholics weren't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
do you know what the first lynching? The first lynching in America was. As an Italian,
yeah,
they lynched an Italian.
I was I was slandered a couple of weeks ago, and I loved it. I had my Italian jacket.
Well, after going to Italy, I get why you guys were like.
But so
I get it.
My grandma, she was my first best friend. I spent a lot of time with her. She taught me how to cook. She taught me how to cuss in Italian. She gave me the pride of being Italian. We built this country, you know.
Y'all really did.
We did, and all this, and so I mean that's why I identify, because my dad never told me anything about. I mean, his side of the family, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Indians and Germans and, you know, whatever. But my grandma was proud of being Italian. She was, you know, she was La Raza.
There was like a lot of like wars almost here on American soil between like non-Italians and Italians. That's like
Yeah.
or Irish, whatever. Like people fought these motherfuckers.
Well, because
I think mainly because they were Catholic.
a majority of the ones that came over from Italy were from the southern part of Italy. And Italy is just like America. The northern Italian people are very affluent. They're more educated. Their diet is different. It's more protein. But southern Italy, it's all fish-based. They're all
Loud.
workers. And when we go on vacation, we get kicked out of resorts. And so I was at a I can't remember where I was at, but there was a line, and this guy was being an asshole to the poor checkout girl, and he was just giving her shit. And I had my Italian jacket on, and I go, "Excuse me, sir, everybody's got somewhere to go. Could you please hurry up?" And he turned around and goes, "Who let the fucking guinea in here?" And I was like, "Did you just call me a guinea?" And I looked down at my jacket, and I was like, "Yeah, I just got racially slurred."
I think it's fun. I had a homeboy that was from Europe, and that fool told me that in Europe, Italians are like the Mexicans.
We're the Mexicans in Europe.
The
I
Mexicans
think there's
of
a
Europe.
great kinship between us. They
Roman
rule.
Roman Catholic.
They rule.
Large families.
Soccer.
Crazy women.
Loud. Annoying.
Good food.
Good food.
God damn.
Like the fuck.
Yeah, you mess with one bean, you mess with the whole burrito. I mean, it's just
That was really cool about my trip is the 3 towns I went to, major towns, they're all different. And like you're saying, we were at a Southern Point, and then the Florentine, from what I gathered, the Florentines, everybody hates them. Everybody hates them, and they're very arrogant. Like, we're the best.
Have you ever heard about Florentine football?
No, I haven't. I wish we could have gone to one of
So
those.
Florence is separated into 4 neighborhoods, and they're each have their own color. And there is this game that they play, and it's a death match, and it's a red, blue, white, and green. And so they have this game where anything goes. I mean, and you can beat the shit out of people, you can club people, there are no holds barred, and you have this ball, and at the end of each side is like this chain link fence, and the object is to get the ball into the chain link fence. But if Iz has the ball, I go over there, and 7 people are just sitting on top of them, just beating the fuck out of them.
It's like smear the queer.
It is, and there it's all. And afterwards, it's over. They all get up and they go drink, and then they have a big festival and they go party together. But it's a death match. I mean, and they'll sit on you and pin you down so you can't get up and go continue to fight. So, but they'll just sit there and beat the fuck out. And it's Florentine football.
You know what I was thinking about?
They've been playing since like 1600.
Like black and white people make some pretty beautiful babies. But I think like a Mexican and a real Italian would make some very beautiful babies. I think we would.
Goddamn, the attitude on that fucking baby, though.
God.
I mean,
I think we'd make very beautiful babies. And this is my call to you, Italian women. I love you so much.
I went to my cousin. I went to my cousin's wedding in New York.
Mexicans that look like me, by the way.
My cousin Januzzo.
Not Edgar's.
And
like me.
And every single woman in there was just drop dead gorgeous. I mean, they were all like they were, and it was after 7 party.
They almost look Mexican.
It was cocktails, and my cousin was like, "Yeah, too bad you're fucking related to 2/3 of these, eh?" And I was like, they're third cousins, right? Hey. But I mean, everybody was gorgeous.
Would you fuck your cousin?
Third ones.
First cousin.
Not the first one, no.
Second?
No.
All right.
But it is legal to thirds or kissing cousins. But
what's a third cousin? I don't understand that.
It's the third one over, like your. So it's like my mom's cousin. Her daughter is
your
my
mom's sister's daughter is your cousin,
and then her kids are the third cousin. So
no, her kid would be your second cousin.
So my mom's first cousin, her kids are my second cousin.
Oh,
and so if she would have kids or whatever, that's your third cousin. They're related. So confusing. Yeah, it's better to just keep it out of the gene pool. Yeah. It's like
I'm just asking if you'd fuck. I'm not asking you to make babies.
I don't know. We're on tape, but no. But I mean, I have
You probably
some.
can in Italy.
I have some beautiful women in my family, and it's just kind of like, oh,
Well, tell them hit me up. I'm trying to make some love with Italian women.
oh man, I'm telling you, they're.
I know you can't, but I can.
I love going. So when they came to my niece's wedding, and so some of the New York family was here. I mean, just the whole vibe changed. I mean, there's like everybody just started off like, oh, and then my cousin Tiffany was in the wedding, and she was for it. It was her first time in Texas, and I was like, "What do you think about Texas?" And she goes, "Everybody's so nice. I can look someone in the eye and not get stabbed." And she was being serious. I mean, because if you make eye contact with people in New York, it's like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" And they think you're.
Yeah.
I mean, and
You can't do that.
you can't do that. And she's like, people hold the door open for me, and yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, and they were so polite. And I was like, well, that's how things are up here. She's like, yeah, I mean, and she was just floored that it was. I mean, she was just like, I can't believe I'm here, you know. But the Italians, they did stick out a little bit. My cousin Steve Damiani, he came in purposely looking like a Guido. You know, he had on like a black outfit. His head on like 4 gold chains. He
Nice.
had, and he was all. I mean, there was a trail of snail trails everywhere he went. I mean, he just was like, hey, and he's a cop. And we come from a long line, and he was just, hey, how you doing? And they're like, say y'all, hey, how you guys doing? And he just sat there, and it was just.
Use guys.
Use guys. That's how they say y'all.
Y'all.
Use guys.
We say y'all now.
Y'all. But I mean,
You all.
I was like, what are you wearing to the wedding tonight? He's like, I'm going to fucking look nice for you, Russ. And they all call me Russ. And
I'm going to start calling you that now.
I won't answer to it.
Yes, you will.
I hate
Yes,
it.
you
I hate
will.
it. But it's
Yes, you
like, and I'm telling you, he showed
Hey,
up. I'll
Russ.
show you a picture of his shirt was down here. And I come from a good looking family. I mean, they all work out. They're all rolling into their bodies. And with my cousins, when we go on vacation, there's Mike, Vinny, Mike,
Vinny, Polly, and
Nikki, and Steve-O. And
Steve-O.
they just, and they don't even try. I mean, but they're all cut and they just have this
Gym
aura.
Tan Laundry, baby.
You know, and they just have that big dick energy without even trying. I mean, and it just, it's like, I'll pick up your scraps. I mean, they're awesome. I love it.
Hell yeah.
They're a lot of fun to be around, but they do. But you know, but it's crazy because their mom is Sicilian, and in the old days, Italians and Sicilians, they hate each other. I mean, Italians like, that's the piece of shit at the end of the boot. You know,
We heard a story about them.
they don't like they just. I mean, now it's not so much, but
Those Sicilians created cannolis.
yeah, and the fucking Cosa Nostra.
The story I heard was that like a woman came here and they were like, she was like, let me make a cannoli for the Pope. If he likes it, then I get to open up a store here. And he was like, you get to open up a store here. And we went to that store. It was really good.
Cannolis.
I don't know if that's a true story, but
If you get a good homemade fresh cannoli, I mean, it'll change your life.
that was I didn't like cannolis. I've been on record saying it, but the one that I did try there, it was like a lemon flavor.
Yeah. So, they had a special on Goodfellas, and you know the guy that played the teenage Ray Liotta character? He was telling a story. He was like, we were shooting real late at night. It was cold. I had never been it was my first night on a major Hollywood set. I mean, I was so nervous. And he said, Martin Scorsese, he came up to me and he was like, hey kid, I just want you to know you're doing good. You know, keep it up. Is there anything I can get for you? And he's like, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. And I said, he goes, nothing would beat a good cannoli right now, just in jest. He said 2 hours later, this guy came up and he had a box full of homemade from like the premier pastry chef of like 12 fresh homemade cannolis. And on the box said, lights, action, you're the camera kid. And Scorsese just brought him these cannolis, and you can get some good ones, but you know, it's like Pedro's tamales. I mean, you can get good ones, but if you get homemade, well, forget about it. But he said that was just, I've had homemade cannolis, and it just.
Pedro's tamales.
Different world,
Is that
bro.
what you think of us?
No, but I was just testing an analogy. No. I was just trying to see.
One
that.
time
You know what, dude? I'm gonna give you the insight on Mexicans. Mole. That would be if you could get good mole, homemade mole.
I can
that
make you
would
some.
be
I've had more.
You make some homemade shit.
Yeah,
With the peanut butter.
Yes, with the peanut. No, not with peanut butter. With dark chocolate.
I like the peanut butter, bro. My
The
grandma
dark
would
chocolate.
throw the peanut butter in that shit.
I did it with the dark chocolate, and that was really, really good.
I would like to try mole. I've had mole before, but
Mole rules.
I've never had it the way my grandma did it.
See, I think about it like menudo. Like if you can make like good menudo.
so whenever I've told Morgan this, whatever I want to do, because I've been, down on my luck lately, and I've had a lot of really good friends that have just taken care of me. And then whenever I get my shit together, I want to make a big Italian dinner for everybody, like the braciole, the homemade spaghetti, the homemade sauce, the homemade meatballs, and I want to.
I'll be trying to get down like that too, man. So let me do that with you.
But I wanted to just have like a big thank you
Like a Sunday dinner.
yeah, and just have it and.
I'll help you because I like making that shit.
It's awesome. And my mom, and when my mom was alive, it was like whoever makes it, the ones that weren't making it would talk shit. Susan puts too much salt in it, or Paula doesn't put enough garlic in it, and it all tastes the same. But we don't make braciole anymore. But bracioles are the best. And but I mean, it's just that's what I love about being Italian, because it just like, and we don't eat like we used to. But I mean, food is there's a love affair with food.
That's how you connect with people.
That's how you connect with people. And that's how you know if you're welcome in that family. If they invite you over to eat and you're in the, come over for dinner, and there's like a steak dinner. There's like we went for Thanksgiving, and we went to my cousin's aunt's house, and she was 89 years old, and it was a 7-course dinner. I mean, baked clams, and you had a pasta, you had the antipasta, you had the pasta.
Damn.
And 89 years old, and she still did. And just, can I help? And no, and the men were not allowed to do anything. The women were doing everything, and everybody is just cussing and drinking and watching football. It's like, hey, it's like fucking Texas, isn't it, Russell? I was like, no. No, not at all.
We barbecue.
But up there, barbecuing is hamburgers and hot dogs. I learned that the hard way.
Lame.
My cousin was like, hey, we're going to have a barbecue today. And I was like, I know how to do
Nice
ribs.
ribs.
Right? What the fuck you talking about? It's hot dogs over here. But, I mean, it's just a different mentality. And I'm so glad that I have that in me. And I'm so glad that I had the time and the wherewithal to hang out with my grandma, because she really did.
Nah, you got to do that. If you can, people listening.
Listen
They'll
to,
do that.
Yeah. And then I have a bit about about her, tearing my mom up. I mean, and that really did happen. And that dementia just destroyed her. But she was that woman brought her family from New York in 1953 across the country to follow my grandfather's wild. I mean, he took her out of her world, but he got up there. He came from 10 kids, and he did not grow up in a very loving family. I mean, they were born to be sharecroppers, and he was like, "The hell with this! I want a better life." He joined the military, got circumcised on a ship when he was 18, and wound up in Pearl Harbor.
Damn.
And so my grandma was working at a chocolate factory, and her cousin was going out with my grandfather's twin brother, and they were not allowed to go out on a date unaccompanied. So she was like, "Marie, I need you to come on a date with me. He's got a brother." And it was love at first sight. And, and he stayed up there because he got indoctrinated into the culture. He and my great grandfather, he almost got my great grandfather deported because they were fermenting grapes to make wine, and they blew up the apartment.
Oh, shit.
And so he almost got but he loved it up there so much he didn't want to come back, and he brought the family back in 53, and they stuck out like a sore thumb, but
He survived Pearl Harbor?
yeah.
The attack?
But it killed my great grandmother. So his twin brother and their oldest brother were all on the same ship.
The Arizona?
Yeah. No, they were on the Boise.
Oh, okay.
And so his oldest, there were 10 kids, and there were 2 sets of twins. The oldest, my Uncle John and my Aunt Jane, were the fraternal, the boy-girl, where there's 2 eggs and 2 sperm. And then my grandfather and my Uncle Curtis, they were identical. They were mirror twins. And they were all on the same ship. And he swore till the day he died, they knew it was coming. I mean, because every ship,
they knew it.
every ship that was in Pearl Harbor, every ship that was crucial to the war effort left, and everything that was there was either being decommissioned or didn't have any purpose in the war. And he's like, we just went out and did maneuvers. We just were doing circles in the Pacific over and over and over. And so once the attack started, they came back in and joined the effort. And my Uncle John was a badass Marine. He was in Nagasaki when after the bomb, and he was there 2 weeks after. He did radio communications, and he wasn't allowed to talk about it, but he was.
Did he eventually?
He was a bad no.
Not even when before he died.
He just. I mean, that's how Marine he was. I was
my
told,
order.
Yeah, and it fell on his sword, and he told my grandfather and my uncle, it's like, you two skids commissioned a phone call. Go home and you call mom immediately when you get off the ship. So they went home, and so as soon as she heard the attack had happened, she had 3 boys, because this is before the Sullivan brothers got killed. And that was 5 brothers were on the same ship, and they all got wiped out. So after that, the military said you can't serve together. So all 3 of them were on the same ship, and she didn't know that they made it. And as soon as she heard about the attack, she had a massive coronary and dropped dead. So,
oh shit!
Hirohito killed my grandmother. But yeah, no, I mean,
yeah, fuck the Japanese.
Yeah, yeah. So
just kidding.
He had some crazy stories. He talked about it.
So he was at Nagasaki after we dropped the fucking bomb.
He was there for 2 weeks.
God, I would have loved to talk to that motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get a non-vet on here, but god damn it.
He was so cool because, I mean, he was a self-made multimillionaire. He created companies. And I remember shaking his hand at 99 years old. He was a tough, I mean, this man would come home from work, 1 cigarette and 1 beer. And that was it. He had that much discipline. But I loved him because he was still my family, and that was a connection. He would tell me stories about my papa and you know, getting in trouble and all that. But he had a death grip, and he would shake my hand, and he had 4 boys, and all of them were officers in the Marine Corps. And my cousin Joe, his wife, was one of the first female officers, and you know, and they always tell me that if I wouldn't have tore off my leg, they're like, Russell, you were a poster boy to be a Marine. And I love the Corps. The Corps.
Whose Corps? My Corps.
1, 2, 3, 4. But I love that attitude. And you know,
damn, bro, I love the interview a World War II vet.
And so, but
I think they're all dead now almost.
They didn't talk about it.
That's why I would have loved to have interviewed one.
But there was one that just died that had a book. He was I think he lived somewhere around Lubbock. He was he was a medic, and he became a chaplain afterwards. But he wrote a book, and I saw him on News Channel 11. But he just passed away recently, and I mean, just from what I saw. And anytime I'm out in public and I see one of those guys that has Army vet, World War II vet, Vietnam vet. It doesn't matter who I'm with or what I'm doing. I always walk over, sir, I appreciate your hat. I shake their hand, and then I walk away. And I was at United one day, and there was this elderly gentleman just struggling and over by the ice cream section, and he had a World War II hat on. It was a vet. And I just went over to him, and I was like, sir, I just wanted to say I appreciate your hat. And he just stood up, and he looked at me, and a tear came out of his eye, and he's like, nobody has thanked me in years. And he's like, for you to come up and say that to me because you just made my... And Vietnam vets are the same way.
Yeah, nobody thanks them.
Nobody ever thanks them. And I've had people like, why the fuck would you go up and do that? It's like, well, why the fuck do you not?
Yeah, what the fuck kind of shit is that?
Yeah,
It's a shit attitude.
I mean, they were willing to give their life for
fuck you.
You know, and my dad got spit on and got called a baby killer.
Was he a Vietnam vet?
He did 3 tours. He had 2 Bronze Stars, and we didn't know about it.
Is he still alive?
No, we lost him a couple years ago, but he didn't talk about it. You know, all the heroes are the ones that didn't come.
You know, it's a really positive note for in this is I had a teacher who's a Vietnam vet in high school, and I recently gone back to church and I saw him there, and I was like, I got really excited to see him. I was like,
hell yeah,
Vietnam vet.
I know. I have a vet that
it really got me excited. I was like, yes, he's still alive.
I have a coach at Coronado that I could give you his name, but I'm sure he would probably. He's from New York too. He's a big brass. His son was a badass basketball player too,
He's a big tall dude.
Yeah,
Jama. Yeah, that's who I saw at the church.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
So he's got some.
He was a
story.
sniper.
He if you point your finger at him, he flips the.
So you know what's crazy? So when I went to church, so I've been to church twice, and when I went this last weekend, I saw a man in the back, and he's just sitting there in the corner.
Yeah.
And I was like, it looked weird, you know. If somebody's gonna shoot up somewhere, church will do it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at him like, okay, I'm gonna pay attention to this, and I'm like watching him. Like he's just kind of like eyeing the whole thing. He's got a bird's eye view of the whole thing. And then when we went up for communion, and I seen him, I was like, oh, that's Mr. Jama.
Yeah.
Oh, because at when I was starting when I was a sophomore on Veterans Day, he would come and we wrote him a letter. It was almost a similar story. It was like, you know, nobody's thanked me since I've been back. He's like, thank you guys so much. And I got to ask him, I was like, what is it? You know, I was like, what is it like not knowing who the enemy is there? And he was like, and he went on a story. I'm not going to tell his story because I want to get him on here.
Oh, man.
He
Shout out to you, man. It does make you emotional. I was like,
Coach
oh,
Jam,
thank you. I saw him. Like,
Coach Jama. I mean, I never played.
Tall dude.
I never played basketball, but like I said, I have every man in my family has fought in every war. My great grandfather was in World War I. My grandfather was in World War II. My dad and my uncles were in Vietnam, and I was in the war on drugs.
Whatever.
And but you know,
And my family fought for drugs.
But Coach Jama, I mean, I've always just
much respect to that dude.
Very much respect because he would for the longest time he would not start. He would have to have his wife start his car for him. He if he goes to a restaurant, he cannot sit with his back to the window. And like I said, there's been stories where if you point your finger at him, you're gonna pull back a nub. I mean that he was seriously in the deepest part of the shit that you can get in, and
oh man!
But he is the sweetest.
Oh,
he is the kindest.
Yeah, I'm glad you know him because it was so cool to see him.
He was so awesome. If you could get him on here, it was
so cool to see him.
And his son is just as cool as he is. But I mean, he was you know, he's a big New Yorker, and he's very loud. He talks like this. And
he was in sweats and a white T-shirt. I'm like, you know what? You were in that.
Yeah,
you were in that, bro.
But he I mean, I've heard stories about people that served with him, and
he volunteered.
Yeah,
he was too tall, and he volunteered anyway.
Yeah, my dad did too. So it wasn't because he was too tall, but you know, his dad was in Manila when MacArthur pulled the troops out. So he was in the jungle for a long time. When they found him, he was so full of malaria, he was yellow. And it's like, you're not going to make the boat ride home. And, but my dad and my godfather decided before Vietnam became what it became, let's go enlist. So we'll have a say in where we go, what we're going to do. We'll have more control over where we went. So they went down to enlist to go. They sent my godfather to Germany. John Russell went to Southeast Asia. Yeah, he got the raw end of that deal. But I mean, and them building that veteran cemetery here, it's long overdue. And anybody that gives any kind of disrespect to the military, I say fuck you.
That's left-coded degeneracy, and you can suck our dicks.
You have that right. They've died.
You have the right to do it.
They've fought and died and spilled their blood for you to burn that flag. But if you're going to burn that flag, you had to know why you're doing it and desecrating it.
Nah, it really is like fuck you, man.
It is,
and I believe in freedom.
Yeah,
but it's fuck you.
But and those Vietnam vets didn't want to go. They were drafted. They were told to go.
Yeah, don't get mad at the warriors, man.
Yeah, I mean, but. And then and it was in Korea, the Forgotten War. I mean, and it's technically still going on. But I mean, nobody wants to go to war, and nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to send their kids off, and and to make that sacrifice and to be able to. I have a friend that I went to high school with that he was a goofy bastard. I mean, he was awkward. He's real big, and everybody gave him hell. Like, why aren't you playing football? And he had this thing called Osgood Slaughter's disease.
I used to have that.
And he couldn't play. And so after the second invasion, I got a thing, and he was covering a wounded soldier that it got shot up pretty bad.
Have you seen Warfare?
Yeah, I
just watched that.
I was having flashbacks. That was
much respect. My uncle served in that.
So I mean, you could ask Morgan, and you can ask Rafa. I was sitting there. I mean, I was sitting there. I was covered because whatever those screams that the guy that
When he's all burned and shit.
would know the one that lost his leg.
Yeah.
I was having. I mean, I was having flashbacks, and whenever when the new guys came in and they hit his leg, I mean, I was back in.
Yo,
whole
you had
set.
PTSD.
And I do have PTSD bad. I mean, and
It brought it out.
I was just sitting there the whole time, and I was just watching it. And his screams brought it back, and I can understand how a vet could see that and just. I mean, because I'm not tough at all. I mean, I am, but I didn't lose my shit.
That was the most realistic. Have you seen that movie?
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
That was the most because they're seals.
It was brutal.
And they're, you're watching the baddest of the bad, and he's freaking out. And then and the captain's like, "Man, I'm out of it." I was like, "Oh shit!"
It just shows it's normal. It's unlike those other movies where they try to make them superhuman.
It just shows like the
man.
horrors of war. Because again, these are seals. Like much respect to the bros, but these are the baddest of the bad, and they freak out in the war.
Yeah, I mean,
You
they're
can't,
human.
it shows that, and I was like, much respect to the movie. I was like, God damn, bro.
One of my best friends that I grew up with, he is a hardcore Marine, and he was in the first invasion, and he enlisted because of 9/11. But when he was stationed in California in Corona, where the SEALs are, whenever they call muster, you have to be spick and span. You cannot have one mark on you. You have to be clean shaven. You have to be perfect. And he said that the SEALs were based out there too, and they would break into the barracks, and you had no idea that they were there. And they would draw red marks on your throat, and they would write DOA, and they were so.
They were that good.
They were that good. You had no idea. So you wake up for muster, and in your forehead, they killed you in your sleep, and it's like they got their jollies off. But yeah, you just Green.
That was a propaganda movie, by the way. How awesome was that when they the jet?
Green Berets, don't get me wrong, the SAS, but yeah, you gotta be some kind of a sadistic to want to be a SEAL because
And we need them.
we need them,
And we need them.
and they're
Well, boys, I think you guys got to go in a minute.
yeah.
I'm going to need a ride from one of y'all. I'm going to go out there.
All right.
Russ, you got anything?
Hey man, thank you for having me on. This is this is the premier podcast, and I've been riding you for a long time. I've been wanting to
Pause.
I've been wanting to come on here. I respect you guys and what you do. I love you, but you were one of my first inspirations because of big and beautiful is hard, and you make it look easy. And if you did it, I know I can do it too.
Oh shit!
Is you got anything?
Oh, I'm good, man. Just I
Any shows or
enjoy.
anything?
Oh nah, just I'm about to go do some more comedy.
Fuck Morgan.
Hopefully, by the
Fuck
time
Morgan.
this
Fuck
comes
Morgan.
out,
Fuck
hopefully this
Morgan.
comes out before June 13th. If not, come out, or if it does come out June 13th, another round of Roy's favorite comedian / live podcast. Come hang out with us.
That last one was a blast.
Hope you had a good time.
I've had a great time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, come out. Thank you guys. We'll see y'all next time. Check out the episode with the mayor.